Hello guys, welcome to Vibe with Ivy YouTube channel. Yeah, this is a lifestyle content channel. So today I'm out for my monthly restock or for my monthly shopping. Yeah, so I was going to pick my shopping cart so that I could start my shopping. There I got the shopping cart. One thing with me, when I am going out for shopping, I like starting or doing it in a systematic way so that I do not have to struggle looking for a specific aisle for a particular item. So I like following the way the aisles are arranged so that I can get each and everything that I need in my shopping list. So I was walking past that aisle. I didn't have anything to pick there. Look at those games. I was looking at them and like, do I really need a game maybe to be playing with my friends or something in the house once we are bored? But I like, no, let's pass that. So I was trying to decide, do I pick that bottle alone or do I add it with the sachet one so that it can take me for the entire month? But I was like, no, let me just pick the bottle one. If it's done, I'll restock even if it's in the middle of the month. So to the next thing that I picked is Ace. I use Ace for the washing of my toilet. It gives me that sparkling white toilet that I always need. So to the next thing that I picked the washing detergent. Yeah, I use Sunlight. It's very effective and it works best with my hands. I really have sensitive hands, so I find it appropriate for me, or it doesn't really leave my hands with some bruises. So for the washing bar, I use Menengai. So I took 2 bars of Menengai. Yeah, that could serve me for that month. Now to the next part, or to the next thing that I picked some serviettes. So for me, I go for Bella. Bella, I find the texture so nice. That is why I use Bella. Next thing that I picked is the pocket tissues for my purse or for my handbag. And I pick 3 that will serve me for the month. And the next thing is the scoring pads for washing my dishes. I take one for the plates and the cups, and I also take a rougher texture of the scoring pad for washing the sufurias. So I was trying to feel the texture and know which one will give me that bright sufurias once I wash the sufurias. So I decided to mix the brands or mix the textures so that I could try out and see which one will serve me best. So I took that one and I also took another different type of texture so that I could compare between the two and know which is better. And guys, if someone has an idea of what I can use instead or what I can replace steel wool with, please recommend in the comment section. I'll be trying out your ideas and giving you the feedback. But as of now, I've not really found the solution. Yeah, I think someone has to help me make that decision. Picked some rose air freshener for the toilet. Yeah, here I was trying to decide. I was looking at those offers that they have for the washing detergent for the utensils, and I decided to do my normal one, morning fresh. That is what I use, and as you can see, they have a promotion. For the Dettol, I had picked the smaller one, then returned and picked the larger one so that it could serve me for the entire month. And to the next thing that I picked were the tissues. I picked the 10 roll tissue. Sometimes the 10 roll serves me for more than a month. That is if I do not have some guests in my house. Yeah, and my videographer was telling me how these tissues are really nice, the Bella company, how they are really nice. So I was trying to see and try to figure out the texture, and indeed her recommendation was good. After using them, the review is very good. For the Colgate, I had picked the bigger one, and I remembered I had some, so I decided to add on a smaller size Colgate because I had some in the house. Picked some two hair food, yeah, from TCB. It really gets rid of dandruffs and the nice feeling, the fresh feeling in the head. That's why I chose that. For the girlies, this is a must have. So I picked some sanitary towels and some panty liners for the month. Next thing that I picked are the earbuds or the cotton buds that I will use to clean my ears. I really like when you have your ears clean. As a girl, it gives you that vibe of I am a clean girl. Next thing is the glycerin. I use the glycerin to mix with my lotion so that it can give me that extra brightness. So I picked two types of Vaseline. That one was for house use, and I also picked that small one for my purse or for my handbag. The next thing is the cooking oil. Now I wanted to take some 5 liters. That's what I take for the month, but I remembered I had some left, around 2 liters. So I decided to pick the 3 liters so that next month I can stock for the 5 liters. I used that aromatic type of rice, pishori. Yeah, so I picked 5 kgs. That will serve me for the next month. Some 2 packs of Indomie. I love Indomie to break that monotony of rice and spaghettis. Indomie has that different taste compared to spaghettis. I picked some baking powder. I was trying to look at the expiry date. These are the struggles of living alone. You have to be very cautious with the expiry date so that you will utilize what you've picked before they expire. For the maize flour, I went for the A maize. Took a loaf of bread for breakfast purposes or for breakfast. Next thing that I took was some salt. Yeah, I love canned salt. Next thing I picked some tomato sauce for the fries that I'll cook in the house or for the fries that I'll make in the house. And to the next thing is 2 kgs of sugar, of course, for tea and other things. For the wheat flour, that is my brand. I love Ajab. So I was still looking at the expiry date so that I can try and see if it will not have expired by the time I'm finishing it. So next thing that I picked was some tea leaves. I picked 2 types of tea leaves, one that has some ginger and some that is plain. That is why you see me pick a bigger one and a smaller one. The next thing that I took was the drinking chocolate. I like interchanging. If I take tea leaves today, tomorrow I'll take drinking chocolate, some blue band for the bread. Guys, I can't take plain bread. I hate bread so much to a point I have to look for something that will make it sweet for my consumption. That is why I also took some honey. So with blueband and honey, I'll be able to eat that bread. Now I needed some books. There's some things I needed to write, or I needed some exercise books to write on something, and I was trying to look at the if it is ruled or if it's squared and the number of pages. And I was like, do I pick the lesser pages and pick them and pick many in number, or do I pick the one with more pages and pick lesser in number? And the way I'm lazy, I went for option 2. I picked lesser with more pages. Okay, now after that I took some pens. Of course, I need pens that I'll be using to write on those books that I have picked. So yeah, I was trying to choose some pens. I took 3 big blue big pens, 2 black big pens, and a pencil. So for me, Bic is my go-to brand. Okay, I also took some 2 red pens. As I was saying, Bic is my go-to brand. I find that pen easy to use. Most especially if you have abundant writing, they save you in some situations. And I also picked a rubber. And that's it, guys. Now to the totaling or to the payment process. This is where I had to wait for the supermarket attendants to scan my goods. After that, I could make the payment after knowing what is the total. I don't know who I can blame, because do you see how I've not even picked a lot of things? These things were 10,000 plus. I was like, is it the economy? Or I don't know who to blame. But guys, life is hard. You pick very few things, but the amount that you will pay, you'll even be shocked. Like for the little things that you've seen me pick in that cart, They're almost 20,000. Okay, now let's take the shopping to the vehicle, as we call it a wrap, till we do this in the next month. As we always say, even for the smallest thing, we always thank God for that. As you can see, it's really late. It's really late. We were among the last people to be served, honestly, this day. I went for shopping when it's very late. Being busy is another word that can be used to define me. But at least at the end of the day, I managed to finish the doing the shopping, or to finish the restock for the month. The slope that is here, I always choose to pull the trolley instead of pushing it up the slope. But at the end of the day, I eventually got the trolley to where I wanted it to be. As we put what I had purchased in the boot of the car, thank you so much for watching till the end of today's vlog. I'm really grateful for the support. Till we meet in the next vlog, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, hit that notification bell so that each and every time I will be uploading, you will be notified. For now, ninasema kwaheri, bye bye.